No, of course not. Okay, but seriously though, whenever we say Asians, at least online or across different English-speaking medias, what usually comes to your mind? I take a guess that most of you would probably think of is Asian people. Now, is that because you're racist? No. I don't think that's the reason. Take me for example. I was born and raised in Indonesia, which means I'm 100% Asian. But if you ask me to think of an attractive Asian person, I would still most likely think of an East Asian person. Now, why is that? Just kidding, it's not that kind of video. I'm not gonna give you scientific papers, scientific reasoning to explain why things are the way they are. I'm just gonna give you my assumptions, hypotheses, and guesses and present to you as if they're facts. So, an explanation that I feel like is somewhat plausible is just because of a representation problem. Across different English-speaking medias, or at least most of the internet, most of the Asians we see are typically East Asian people. Think your Korean people, Japanese people, or Chinese people. That is why, obviously, whenever we try to think of an attractive Asian person, it is most likely going to be an East Asian person because we associate the word Asians with East Asian people, or at least East Asian features. Because how can you think of an attractive Asian person with non-East Asian features if you can't even name one? So, in order to combat this issue, I have the perfect solution for us. Let's expose ourselves to a lot of Asian people with non-East Asian features. Well, Indonesians. I don't really care about the rest, I'm sorry. By the way, again, this problem extends to me myself as well. I am 100% Indonesian for sure, but most of the media I consume are English-speaking medias, so I do have this problem as well, which kinda bugs me. So imagine my delight when I found out that apparently, in the professional gaming space of the game that is quite popular in Indonesia, Mobile Legends. I know, Mobile Legends is not just a name, it is indeed a mobile game, but you gotta understand, okay? Indonesia is a developing country, which means to expect most of the Indonesian people to actually have a beefy enough PC or a console that is able to play these modern games is kind of painful for their pockets, so it's kind of impossible. So yeah, you have to understand that most of Indonesian people actually plays mobile games because it's way cheaper and more affordable and realistic. Anyways, in this professional gaming space, apparently there's one professional gamer that is gaining quite a popularity base. For one, he is actually very good at the game. For two, he's pretty darn good looking. So I was quite delighted. Oh,
Tweet.
There's actually a professional gamer that is world-class level good in the game he plays, and he's also very good looking. That's fantastic. Let's push him into the pic. Oh wait, he's Filipino. Yes, I know. Filipinos does fit the criteria of Asian people with non-East Asian features, or at least doesn't belong in East Asia. But the title is an aside, okay? I only care about Indonesian people. Okay, but I guess as disappointing as this is, I also found out that apparently there's also like share, which is, I don't know. That is kind of weird, right? Because apparently ML has like a lot of this ring girls of UFC, which is basically they're hired to promote the games and the teams. I don't know, she's part of that category. It's a whole different kind of worms that I really don't need to get into, but she's quite pretty, right? And apparently her sister is also quite pretty as well. Vonzy. Okay, Vonzy. Let's look it up. Oh yeah, she's pretty as well. She doesn't look that different with her sister though. They look very similar, don't they? What the hell? What the heck is this? This is AI. This isn't her. The heck? This isn't her, is it? Yeah, this is AI. What the heck, Google? This actually comes up in Google searches? What the heck, Google? Okay, I'm sorry, Filipinos, okay? I don't particularly hate you, but again, you already have Olivia Rodrigo, though. Like, come on. You've already infiltrated Americans and now you're gonna infiltrate Indonesia as well? Come on, back off, Filipinos. Let us have our own country at least. Not that it's bad, okay? I'm just playing it up. It's just an interesting observation to say the least. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Okay, tangent aside, you do have your Olivia Rodrigo, but we do have Niki as well. She's also pretty, and I personally quite like her songs as well. Oh, what? Niki is having a concert here? What the heck? I didn't know that. Whatever. I can't afford it anyway. Okay, so Indonesia also have like If you know AKB48, the popular idol group for Japan, Indonesia also have their own rendition, which surprisingly enough, or maybe not surprising, but for me it's quite surprising that they're quite popular back in Indo. There's one that is quite popular for a long time, but I think she already left the group a long time ago because again, she was active when I was still in high school, so a few years, like 5 years back maybe?
Deed.
It's been that long?
Tuck.
But yeah, the newer members are also quite pretty as well. Like her, Christy, Angelina Christy, I think her name is. But yeah, she's also pretty, and she's also part of the idol girl group, the JKD48, JKT48. And yeah, her as well, Shania Gracia. I think she's also part of JKD48 as well. And honestly, she was also quite pretty, I think. Right? I think so. And for guys as well, I think Jefri Nichol is quite popular recently, right? Yeah, look at this. I think he's quite handsome, right? He's also played in a couple of films that is quite popular back in Indo, I think. Yeah, but a lot of these photos look good, man. Like, look at this. He looks like the typical, I don't know, Western boys, isn't he? Yo, Cole the Bad Boy, new facts about Jefri Nichol revealed as the backbone of the family since adolescence. Yo. And yeah, we also have Adipati Dolken, that's right. Yeah, he's quite good looking, right? First of all, crazy name, isn't it? For Indonesia, I feel like it's quite the odd name. Maybe it's because on the area I grew up in, that name is very uncommon, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I was also so pissed, by the way, because like when I was in high school, right, there's this one romance novel that is quite popular. It's Della. And the main character is basically kind of like this bad boy, right? In my head canon for the longest time, the main character just fits Adipati Dolken so much, and then it was announced that this book, Della, is gonna be adapted into a movie. I was pretty damn hyped. Yo, just cast this guy as your main character, would fit it so well. But no. It was Iqbaal. It was a different actor. Look, I don't have any personal dislike towards this actor. And if anything, toward the movie, of which I ended up watching anyway because I quite like the book, he was quite well in it. But I just felt like it could have been casted a little bit better because, I don't know, tell me, doesn't this actor gives more of a good boy vibes rather than a bad boy one?
You know, can you just cause a little bit of a dissonance within the movie because
I don't know. Tangent aside, in another movie, Adipati Dolken does play a different romance movie with this person as well, which I feel like is quite attractive as well, right? Della Dartyan? Dartyan? I don't know. I think in Indonesia we call it Dartyan. And she's also quite pretty, right? Especially in this photo, I don't know. I feel like she looks really good in this photo. And talking about like attractive Indonesians, one of those ones that is quite popular for a long time is this guy, Nicholas Saputra. Looks pretty good, right? I feel like so. He also played in this movie Secret Ingredient, I think. Yeah, that's right, Secret Ingredient, in which he played with Julia Barreto, I think. Yeah, Julia Barreto, which is, I think she's Filipino, and also Sang-Hoon Lee, which is a Korean guy. And I don't know, I think he doesn't lose out in attractiveness scale. Well, he was casted as one of the main characters as well. Right? But talking about Indonesian guys that's quite good looking and handsome, I think one of those guys that you can just kind of see and feel like, yeah, he's quite an attractive dude is Reza Rahadian, right? He's quite handsome, right? I feel like Reza Rahadian is the person I think of whenever I try to think of an attractive Indonesians, apart from myself, of course. Okay, but seriously though, what I also kind of appreciate about Reza Rahadian is because he's an actor, right? On a lot of like his acting roles, he's actually not afraid to experiment a little bit more, maybe playing a little bit more comedic, maybe playing a little bit more serious, maybe playing into romance, basically. That is not to say that the Indonesian actors that I've shown you previously are more afraid to experiment within their acting roles. It's just, personally speaking, I've heard a little bit more about Reza Rahadian being more experimental and unafraid in his acting career, which is quite impressive. And also, one of the most attractive Indonesian celebrity, at least according to my mates, is Gege Elisa. And personally, I kinda agree. She does look quite pretty, honestly. Wait, the fuck is this? Sempat diisukan selingkuh, Gege Elisa bakal tampil di acara tenis bareng Desta. The
Fart.
She's a homewrecker? What the heck? I didn't know this. Ooh, Indonesian drama. Okay, but whatever. The people I've shown you so far are the people I personally came up with. But clearly, they're not attractive enough because whenever I try to think of attractive Asian people, they don't came up immediately. So, Clearly, we have to expose ourselves to more attractive Indonesians. What better place to look for than Pinterest? Anyways, I've shown you enough attractive Indonesian people, so now you can proudly tell your mates that you know attractive Asian people outside of East Asia. Well, just Indonesians, but who cares? Anyways, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Go like, subscribe, share, whatever if you want, and bye bye. Have a great rest of your day.